Hi.
Hi.
I'm Nick.
I'm Jill.
And
we're
HipStrings.
HipStrings.
Welcome
to day 4.
Wow, you said it this time.
Day 4
Day 4.
of Base12 2025. So.
And you said we're a third of the way through now.
Well, at the end of tonight.
Well, yes.
Okay.
True.
We're starting at only a quarter of the way.
Yes. Math.
Yes.
All right.
You're supposed to be good at this.
I need a calculator for that.
You and your dyscalculia.
Yeah. Okay. Guess what I'm doing?
1.
No, day 3.
Oh! Nice of you to try catching up.
Yep.
Ooh, I've got another bat. This is chrome. It is 50% merino wool, 10% BFL wool, so blue-faced Leicester, 10% Corriedale fleece, 15% Tussa silk, 10% mulberry silk, 5% viscose from bamboo. What?
I just want to make sure we've got everything going on.
You
okay.
plugged in the sound, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't unplug it. Yeah. No, we're all good. We're all good. We're good. Just nobody's
Everybody's
said anything.
quiet.
Everybody's quiet.
They're all gobsmacked by how gorgeous this bat is.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, and Lipstick Lawyer does verify that she can hear us. So. All right. And funny thing, as I was noting to Jill earlier, I spent all that time and I was trying to figure out what to talk about yesterday and realized we forgot to talk about that special thing that we were going to add to the shop that we forgot to talk about. And we actually had it on hand this time. So this time we're going to have to remember to actually talk about it.
Whoever finishes first.
Okay. Let's see. Seesaw says hello. Hi. JM Knitter says, I'm listening from the gym. It's weird, I know. Not weird at all. More power to you. Doing a different kind of spinning, I see.
Ha.
Haha. Right? Donna says hello, everyone. Amy said, Chris fell asleep, so I had to change the TV over to the Steelers game. Granny Nurse says, good to see you both. I'm loving the fiber. JM Knitter says, I didn't want to miss any breaking news in the spinning world. Do you have any breaking news, Jill?
No, the whole about spinning in the gym is reason why whenever I tell people what I do, I always say hand spinning. Because it keeps people from thinking that I am a cycling enthusiast.
Yes. I've had many times where I mean, there are people that have that immediate association. And so I will start off saying, yeah, my wife has a business in the fiber arts.
Mm-hmm.
They say, oh, okay. And I say, yeah, and she teaches spinning. And their mind goes right back to the cycling.
Yeah.
So you'll have to use your trick of saying hand spinning.
Yes. Which also confuses them. But.
Yes. Louise says, evening all. Rhonda says, this is lovely to spin. Cranky Craft Stephanie says, hi y'all. Knitted Bean also says hello. Okay, good. So we've got our group back here. They were just very quiet at the beginning.
Yeah. Because I'd rather people like just totally have no idea what I do rather than have them think they know what I do.
You are an enigma.
Though, oh my gosh, I had a dentist appointment like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my hygienist was asking me about like what I do and stuff. She hadn't had me before. And so I was telling her, you know, I have a business doing fiber art stuff and hand spinning and knitting. And she's like, oh, did you knit your sweater? I'm like, yeah, I did. And then she's like, this is probably a far reach, but do you know about Sam Barsky? The guy who does the like intarsia sweaters of places. I'm like, yes, I know Sam. I've met him. She's like, oh, he's like a family friend. They grew up near Baltimore, and like Sam has picked her up from the airport.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was small world.
The fiber community is tightly knit, would you say?
Ha 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 ha.
Ha. Donna says, this is a wonderful spin, a great neutral color. Perhaps apply fiber? Amy says, this bat is lovely to spin. It reminds me that I have a whole pile of HipStrings bats I need to work on. And Hollis says, let the joy begin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no hot breaking news in the fiber world. Except we got our first shipment for our new 3D printer.
But I didn't get my wool today. Unless it's on the...
You sure you didn't? There was a big box I brought in. It didn't say...
It wasn't my special wool box.
Didn't say World of Wool.
Was it heavy? I think it's World of Wool box supposed to be 2 boxes.
No, yeah, it was not 2 boxes.
It was like, I think at least 40 kilos, so. That would be 88 pounds for
us Americans.
For us Americans.
Amy is reminding me that dad jokes are supposed to be at the end of the night.
Ah.
So, sorry. Yeah, I guess we'll have to, once we're done spinning, we'll have to go upstairs and make sure it's not sitting in the cold.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to leave the wool out in the cold.
I mean, it's a way of making sure that it goes through quarantine.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of wool in my car right now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bringing it home from the studio for dyeing, so.
Well, it's not like a pack of seltzer water or anything that's going to explode from the freezing, as I speak from experience.
I went to the grocery store today, and I bought some bottles of Clearly Canadian because it was on sale.
Okay.
One rolled out of my trunk while I was putting the groceries back. I was so worried that this glass bottle fell 2 feet and was going to break in the parking lot, and it started like spraying. I was like, so I go and I pick it up. Glass did not break.
Oh, wow.
The metal cap had gotten dislodged enough to allow it to spray.
Okay, so you drank it.
So I drank it.
Uh,
It was a sign. The universe decided I needed to drink.
You needed a treat.
I needed a treat before my children drank all of my Clearly Canadian.
Clearly.
Because there are, I think, 2 of them that really, really like it.
Oh, Adrian likes it too?
I think so. I don't know. All I know is I buy them for me, and then I get like 1. Because I can't say no to my kids.
By the way, Laura Lenneman says, hi, y'all. I was chain plying, so my hands were busy.
That's what voice dictation is for.
Yeah. Although you do need at least one hand to activate it and then send. I know. We're not far enough in the future yet.
People talking at their phones.
Yeah, that is a reference to we were having a conversation with one of my friends, and
it was about voice recognition,
without any irony whatsoever. Yeah, I think we were talking about voice recognition, and we were talking about using one of these voice assistants to do something. And he said, I don't know, I just feel really weird talking to my phone. And we were like, really now? I mean, isn't that what it's for?
The original purpose of this device.
Yeah, so we had to give him a hard time about that one.
How you know you're a millennial. Phones are not for talking.
The Nitty Bean says you can set it up automatically to start upon opening your computer. You use it to navigate the menus, etc. And Crankycraft says, I thought you were setting up a dad joke. No.
Nick's entire life is a dad joke.
Those are only for the end. I've been chastised once already. Don't get me in trouble again.
I'm having to make sure I don't spin too thin tonight.
You are spinning very thin.
I could go thinner with this. It's a really nice bat.
Yeah, but we want to finish at a reasonable time.
How are you doing with the...
I am doing much more consistently than I did yet last night.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Miss Judgy McJudgerson.
I am not judging. I'm giving approval.
How is that not judging?
It's not judging. Judges provide feedback. There's a score. There is no score involved here.
There's your approval. That is like the most high-valued score of all time.
It's binary, though. You either have my approval or you have my disapproval. There's no...
Can there
Ah!
I have successfully distracted
Okay,
Jill.
because you guys can't see what's going on with my wheel, I had torn my bat into 2 strips and laid them on my lap. And, well, my spinning caught these...
the second
strip. And so I was inadvertently doing some core spinning. And I do not want that in my finished yarn, so Nick is going to get another chance to beat me tonight.
Well, especially because of how thin you're spinning. I'm going to have a better opportunity, but...
We know how this game works. There was a point when I was working all this stuff and I was knitting with prior Base 12. And I was like, you know what, Jill? Stop trying to win. Just focus on making a yarn that you'll like working with. Don't focus on beating Nick. That's not the important thing.
And then you actually sit down.
And then I sit down.
And you
then
realize
I
how
have to like
important it is
prove
to
my
beat me.
prowess by beating you.
See. You heard it here first, folks. Jill likes beating me.
No! Oh my god!
Amy says, at work today, coworker 1 was telling coworker 2 a story about using, I don't want to trigger anything, so I'm just going to say the trigger word to call coworker 3. His phone called 3 again during the story. We all got a good laugh about that. A modern butt dial. Yeah, you gotta be careful about
Using certain
telling
phrases.
stories about using trigger phrases.
Now I kind of want to set my assistant to use the trigger phrase.
Oh, can you do that?
I don't know. Be interesting.
There was a story a while back about the Google trigger phrase, and they actually used it during a demonstration early on, after it had already been implemented on everybody's phones, but before they figured out that this was a problem. And so they were doing a presentation to like several hundred people
Yeah.
in a keynote, and they used the trigger phrase, and everybody's phone went
Yeah.
off, right? So there was a little bit of added programming for individual voice recognition and for things like making sure that the phones don't trigger during a keynote or during commercials. You'll notice that sometimes there'll be a commercial that uses the Google trigger phrase or something, and it doesn't set off your phone.
Oh,
There's a reason for that.
interesting.
You used to, though, back in the olden days.
Ye old days.
You know. Lipstick Lawyer says, a podcast I listened to her calls The Lady in the Phone, and everyone knows it's SIRI. I don't have an Apple phone, but I do have an Apple laptop. And
I've never used the voice assistant.
I've never used it on purpose. It's come up quite many times when I've not said her name whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I ended up just completely shutting it off. Like, no, I'm not even going to use you for AI or anything. Joanne says, I have an Android phone, and I have a cat named Hugo. Often, when I call Hugo, my phone responds, thinking I'm saying, hey, Google.
We now have the problem in the house that as our kids have gotten older and become teenagers, like everybody has voice match. We all have Google phones. And most of us use different voices for our assistants.
Gab has a wonderfully British female assistant.
No, Gabs is Australian.
Is it Australian? Okay.
Yes. Mine is a guy. Because break gender roles. But we've had the issue that now Google doesn't quite know if it's me or Gab speaking, and doesn't know if it's Nick or Adrian speaking. Which completely freaks Adrian out.
For the most part, I mean, Adrian doesn't have a different voice assistant, but I think it's hilarious
Yeah.
when you speak to a Google Home
And I get Gab's
and you
assistant.
get Gab's assistant, yeah. Laura Linneman says, this is making me think of Teresa Roberts' Jexy movie. I don't know that one.
It's the movie that Teresa was in.
Oh, yeah, duh. Yes, absolutely.
We haven't seen the entire
We haven't
movie.
seen the movie. We've just seen the clip, which is the only important part.
Right. The only important part is Teresa.
I keep forgetting I know a celebrity. Oh,
What's your raps per inch?
You making me delay? It's okay. You had enough of a
With my fiber
with your
grabbing.
core spinning.
Yeah, with my core spinning.
Okay, giving it a little bit of.
I've got some longer stapled wool in this bat.
I'm looking at somewhere between 20.
So you are spinning thicker than you originally were.
Well, in the thinner sections, I'm getting less. I'm probably going between 20 and 24.
Okay.
And I started off at 24 when I first measured, right? Back on the first day. Do we need to go back and watch the podcast?
Maybe. No,
See
yeah,
what
I
I
think
said?
you're about
We didn't take
24 or
notes.
20. I was at 28.
Okay.
So that's kind of been my goal, is to stay around 28.
Amy says, in the dark ages with landlines, everyone used to confuse me and my mom. Well, that could happen again now. And Louise says, my favorite new comedy skit is about a voice-activated elevator in Scotland.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. That reminds me of my favorite show about R&D in the corporate environment that got canceled
yes.
way ahead of its time. Better Off Ted. Definitely worth watching whatever episodes you can find. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere anymore,
I don't know.
but
We find it every now and then.
it is quite honestly the best representation of corporate R&D I have ever seen. It's like when people say Scrubs is actually the most accurate representation of doctors. There are some ridiculous sections. They didn't do voice assistants, but they did a lot of automatic stuff that I won't spoil anything. It's funny. Better Off Ted.
Yep. But the relationship between salespeople and R&D people.
Yeah. Now I'm sad.
The joys of industrial R&D.
Yeah. Speaking of other shows that we've watched, we talked about holiday shows, but we didn't talk about other shows that we've been watching.
Yeah.
I guess we touched a little bit because there was Percy Jackson. if there's any anime fans out there, My Hero Academia just finished up. We need to watch the last episode as a family, but
I thought you said there were more episodes and not just going to be one lot. Is it just one more?
I don't know. I think it's just one more. I
Oh.
thought there was going to be more than one more, but I think it just might be one more.
Hmm.
I don't know. We need to check. They've added some stuff compared to what the manga was doing, so it's a little bit hard to tell. I mean, I could look up when the schedule is and stuff, but
You have things to do with your hands?
yeah. And then Cranky Craft says, well, Ratatouille is the most accurate kitchen movie, so... And Laura says they're still writing the manga. No, actually, My Hero Academia is done. It's been done for, I want to say, almost a year now.
You and Adrian read it religiously.
They may be releasing new volumes for it, but so I don't know how much of our fans are anime fans. This might be going down a rabbit hole nobody cares about, so I'll keep it short. But the My Hero Academia is underneath a publication umbrella called Shonen Jump, which is also responsible for things like One Piece, which is still getting published, Bleach,
Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball, yep, one of my, and then a bunch of other little ones that people never hear about. There is a great childhood story about ice skating,
Okay.
a competitive ice skating couple. There's another one that I'm enjoying right now called Shiba Inu Rooms, which is getting published now, that is about how to say this so that it sounds as adorable as it actually is, but I'll just say it. So there's an apartment building that was built in the previous building of a puppy mill where all the dogs died due to a fire.
Really selling it.
Right? But all the dogs are ghosts now, and they're really adorable. And the people who are living in the house have the dogs as pets.
Okay.
And it's so incredibly cute, and there's so many good like life lessons, and I don't know. I really like it. It's not your typical like boys manga type,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball type thing. But it's published in the same thing. Anyways, where was I getting this to? There is an online app where you can get the manga released on the same schedule that it's released in Japan and released in English, as part of the individual issues, right? So Shonen Jump is when it's published, it's like this thick
It's like a telephone book.
Yeah, telephone book every week.
We're dating ourselves.
Shit. Now I'm sad. It's like a telephone book every week of these comics, and so there's probably like 10 of these comics that are published every week. But now they have it digitally as well, and the cost is like $6 a month, and you get access to the entire library of everything they've published before and things as they come out. So like back when I used to be in high school buying manga for $10 an issue, which would be like, probably a month worth of storyline, maybe 2 months worth of storyline. Now I'm getting all of that of every manga storyline that I want for $5 a month or $6 a month, something like that. Anyways, so that's where I read My Hero Academia. That's where I got up to the full ending of the manga.
So the collected volumes might be still coming out.
The collected volumes might still be coming out, so that may be where Laura's talking about it. But she did mention they added the team-up missions and vigilantes, so she actually knows what she's talking about. Yes, I haven't read any of those, so And she says, gotcha.
So there's accessory.
I just
My
got the
Hero
paperbacks for work, and issue 41 was just released. Yeah. So it's the big volumes. And the those accessory ones, I don't know if they're written by the original artist or not. But I will say, last thing I'll say from the anime manga standpoint.
And then I promise I will bring it back to fiber.
All Might is the best superhero of all time. Okay, go on.
Okay. So I bought fiber today.
Okay.
I was getting low on white blue face Leicester, so
Yeah.
I bought some of that because I found a new source that is not across an ocean,
But also not American.
but also not American. I can tell you like exactly how many wolves are domestic wolves there are in the U.S. At a commercial scale. But I decided to look at what else they had and see if there was anything else fun that would be nice to dye. And they have a merino stellina, and at a better price than what I was able to get it before. So there will be merino stellina
And
shop
you're
sometime in
gonna
the next
hand dye
year.
it as well, right?
It'll be hand dyed, yeah.
Yeah. So not just
Silver
not just white.
stellina, because silver stellina. Well, besides the iridescent stellina, the iridescent is the best.
Okay.
But it's thicker and a little bit more pokey than the metallic stellinas. So maybe silver is the best stellina.
One is the best for actually working with. The other one is the best for looking at.
Yes.
You're saying. I see.
I decided people needed sparkle in their lives right now.
Now is a perfect
Because
time for
Diane was
sparkle.
telling me about how she was spinning up Unicorn Seek Soulmate, and it made me miss all the unicorns.
Yeah.
Because all the unicorns had some sort of stellina or nylon, like some sort of sparkle fiber in them. That was a unifying theme amongst all the unicorns, signature blends.
Did the Narwhal Pool Party didn't though?
Yes, it did.
It did? Okay.
All of them did. I have internal consistencies for design. Unicorns have sparkle.
You are always consistent. Just the question of where that
If anybody can make
lies,
sense of where that consistency is to be found.
that is the question. It's like an escape room type thing. Very unique, sometimes hidden underneath a whole bunch of other clues,
But always internally
but
consistent.
always consistent. Diane says, yes, sparkle, I am in. And Laura says, loved the unicorns. Storm King was not a unicorn, though, right?
Storm King was not a unicorn.
just a
it's
reference
it's a
to a
colorway.
Oh, that's right. It's a colorway.
Yeah. Because My Little Pony references get sprinkled in
Mm-hmm.
throughout HipStrings because of you.
Only Friendship is Magic, not the new weird stuff.
Yes, just Friendship is Magic. But there have been lots of
There's a
Friendship is
holiday
Magic.
special to watch.
Is it Christmas? Oh yes, there is a holiday special.
It is generic holiday
winter-
special.
Winter cleanup. Like,
Well, that's end of winter.
okay.
Winter Roundup is. I'm
Going into
very
spring.
impressed. Wow.
I pay attention.
Yeah. Now I'm forgetting what the actual winter holiday one is.
There
called.
is a winter one though.
Yeah. Donna says, does today's fiber start with any natural gray, or is it all dyed on white wool?
It is all natural. I'm pretty sure it's almost all natural colors. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure this one is all naturals. Except for the slippies. There's some dyed silk in here.
Incidentally, we should probably talk about our hand knits that we're wearing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am wearing a Svalbard in handspun. Svalbard is by Bristol Ivy. It's another one of my a pattern I've knit more than once. And this was from Carded Roving. I think from a Uruguayan breed called Criolla, which is super, super crimpy. It's a dual purpose breed, but think of it as like, I don't know. It's kind of like if Manx Lawton was finer and crimpier. So it's kind of toothy, but a friend had imported a bunch of Criolla fleeces and gotten some mill prepped. So
Yeah, so there's like no more of that.
there's no more of this.
You made a blanket of that too, right?
No, I still have some. I've spun up most of them. I had, they were, this was Ken from Homestead Hobbyist. The 4 ounces were balls that were about the size of a basketball or a soccer ball.
Yeah.
So they were Ken's big balls. And before he moved cross country, I basically was like, okay, what he was looking to downsize stuff. I'm like, okay, let me buy all your Criolla balls. So I bought like 14 of
The other
Ken's
man might
big
be
balls.
jealous.
Yeah. So I had these came from that. And then I also had some in like an espresso brown, which I've spun most of them. There are a couple lingering big balls.
Laura, by the way, says, I miss Ken's fiber.
Yes, I miss Ken's fiber too. I still have a little bit of it left in stash.
And what am I wearing?
You are wearing I think that is the Trim, Trym vest, in Knit Picks City Tweed. DK. Which is like a merino alpaca silk tweed. It's really nice tweed.
It's warm too. I mean, this is probably my default. I've got it's cold, I'm going to work vest that I wear. Then there's the 2 other thick ones that you made me.
Yeah. But this is your nicest.
Yeah.
Hand knit vest. I need more hand knit vests in my life.
I will say it probably was not warm enough for today because today was pretty darn cold.
Though today I wore a super bulky cardigan I knit last winter, and that was my coat today, and I did not realize that it was in the single digits. Along with my, I wore that with a hudala from Lauren Elkin that I knit last winter, and I've now decided the hudalas are my favorite like winter headgear.
I love them from a concept standpoint. There's a couple of different ways to wear it. I'm a little bit weird about things around my neck right now, so like, I haven't been wearing mine as much as I would like to conceptually, but I love the pattern. It's so squishy. It's so comfortable.
I like that it keeps me warm without like any pressure on my head.
Yep.
So if you're a hoodie person, knit yourself a hudala.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just came out, she just finished up a mystery knit along of hoods, and it was like 7 variations on the hudala pattern. And I think that pattern is now available. So if you want some variety in your hoods.
Craigcraft says, I may or may not have fallen asleep wearing my hudala immediately after binding off. Was that before or after the photo? The Knitted Bean says, about to spin for a hot pink hudala for a friend. And Hollis is asking, how's the snow situation in Pittsburgh?
We got about 5-6 inches. I mean, it's all cleaned up now. It's still there. It's probably going to be there for another day or 2. We had flurries this morning. It was just bitterly cold this morning.
Yeah.
But now it's like normal cold.
But we're far enough north that we both get snow and know what to do about it. I used to always say when I grew up in in Maryland. That was far enough north that we would get a lot of snow. Far enough south, we had no idea how to deal with it.
I think it depends on the neighborhood in Pittsburgh. Because I heard lots of complaints about people in the city.
Oh, the ones that are further south.
In the neighboring townships, we're very lucky in that our local township does a wonderful job with snow removal. And I always joke it's because they never want to cancel school. And so they make sure they do a good job with snow removal so the buses can do it. Because we have a lot of hills and twists and turns and stuff, so we need good snow removal.
Yeah. By the way, Crankercraft says, Nick, I typically don't like tight stuff around my neck, but the added length I put on the neck of it forces it to sit a little further out from the neck. Yeah. I actually, it's just been through this whole cancer deal that I've had issues with things around my neck. But, like, we have 2 hoodolas in the house, one that Jill knit for herself and one that Jill knit for me. And for whatever reason, the one that Jill knit for herself has a much bigger neck. And so that I wore yesterday for shoveling snow is fantastic.
I think that one is a slightly thicker yarn. So it might be a looser gauge.
Yeah.
Like less stitches per inch. So the circumference isn't as tight.
And Crankercraft admits that she fell asleep about 10 minutes after the pick. So, yeah. Becky Knit says, stay inside. That's what I do when it snows in Massachusetts. I love the snow. I love
the snow, too. I grew up in Florida. So, like, I've got, like, 20 years of snow to, like, make up
to
for.
catch up for. I love just walking in the snow, the crunch of it as it's under your feet, which is almost a point of contention in the family because Gab hates that feeling. When it snows, Gab doesn't want to go outside, not because it's cold, but because they don't want to feel the crunch of the snow under their feet. And I love it. I love how everything is quieter.
Yes.
I've had a few times where I don't think I've ever actually worried you, but I've worried that I've worried you, where I go out in the snow, just flop backwards in it, and just stare up at the sky. It's one of the most peaceful things. So as long as I'm properly dressed to not not get wet and not be cold.
Mm-hmm.
And Laurel Lenneman says, Gab and Pearl have that in common. And she loves the quiet, too. Yeah.
I love that Home Depot delivered salt to our front door today.
Yeah, that was...
Same day delivery.
That was... I'm still surprised at that. I don't necessarily agree with a whole bunch of stuff with Home Depot, but in a pinch, it was great to actually utilize their website to get same-day delivery for salt, which we still haven't used yet. But
I'll spread it tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Amy says, the special quiet of a good snowstorm is my favorite sound in the world. And Rhonda says, my solar panels don't work well with 11 inches of snow. I would imagine not. Yeah. I don't have a good solution for you there. This triggers a special part of my nerdiness because I personally used to work in the solar industry, and the company that I work for has a lot of activity in solar. And so I do like to think about, like, okay, well, there's some real problems when it comes to weather and solar panels.
Yes, there are.
And how to solve clearing off snow.
Well,
if it's an inch or two,
for solar farms, it's the whole having movable panels that you can just put them vertical, and having a hydrophobic coating on the glass.
Yeah.
And then
but for homes.
Yeah.
homes you could do something like, heat the surface,
Yeah.
but not when it's 11 inches.
No, that's a little bit much to
It's a
work
bit
through.
much. Oh. And I can really nerd out because there's all sorts of like weird discussions on like, well, how much efficiency do you really lose when you have your panels vertical if they're facing the right direction, and the
It's
stuff
actually not too much.
that you lose, the efficiency you lose from not having optimum angle, you are gaining some from not overheating. Is the interesting thing.
Oh, interesting.
So when you have the optimum angle, the solar panels heat up a lot, and you lose efficiency that way. Now, I've not seen the full data, so take this with a grain of salt. But one of the arguments that people were making for building integrated photovoltaics is that, well, because you don't
it
heat
doesn't
up so much.
Heat up, it's okay that it's vertical.
Right. Yeah.
Letting the day job slip in.
Yeah. Not even my day job, just tangential part of my day job. Yeah, we're close. We're.
I was checking.
I'm trying desperately not to accidentally
Deciding
start
whether or not to
going
take
thicker.
a break to take a sip of my drink.
Okay, how about we
But we're
both
too
take a
close.
break? We both take a break to take a sip. Mutually assured destruction.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that.
That was adorable. Okay, so what else can we talk about? Because I was gonna say, in terms of things we were watching, I wasn't planning on going down the whole anime rabbit hole. I was planning on mentioning the fact that I finally got around to watching Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, the newest one, the AMC one, the series.
And I have to say, I am shocked I did not hear more about this, because it is fantastic.
I really like the whole we're gonna just explain why the story has changed between movie and other things.
Oh yeah.
And the books, it's just that whenever you recollect something, it changes a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I'm not too far into it, right? We're on episode 4.
Yeah, we're not that far in.
But they actually, I like how they have an in-universe canon description as to why. Yeah, they're actually all true canon, just how I felt about telling the story at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
You tell the same story different ways at different points in your life.
So, but anyways, if what are we watching it on?
I believe it's now on Netflix.
Is it? Okay.
I don't know. We took advantage of Black Fridays.
With so many different things. But I would definitely, it is definitely in the R-rated regime in terms of violence and sexuality. But if you're okay with that, the quality of storytelling, the things that they address, it's very good.
Yes, it is very good.
I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Although I'm wondering when they're gonna fast forward in time or anything, because
I don't know. I only ever watched season 1 before, so.
Okay, so are they keeping the same time period with all of season 1?
It sticks with the first book.
Okay.
Ashley.
I didn't know there was multiple books.
Yeah, I've read several of them way back, high school.
The original high school vampire books.
Yes. Before Twilight.
Ugh.
No glitter. My vampires do not sparkle.
Only the ashes as they fly off when they're exposed to sunlight.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Let's see what else is on the horizon. How is your shipping deadlines for the shop as it relates to important deadlines?
If you wanted stuff to arrive before Christmas, you probably should have bought it by now.
Normally we like to give a warning.
No.
You're already
I've
too
stopped.
late.
I shipped out a lot of stuff today.
Yeah. The Didid Bean has the perfect response here. That would be a great colorway name. My vampires do not sparkle.
I'll add it to the list.
But like, now I don't know. Should that colorway have sparkle in it?
Oh.
This is like it's pronounced
I
GIF
feel like
colorway
it
name.
needs to be one of those colorways that is on two different bases, and so you have one with sparkle and one without.
But you sell it in a closed box, so they don't know which one they're getting.
Oh, you don't surprise fiber people with sparkle.
No.
You always give them a heads up. People have feelings.
says it should be an absurdly high sparkle percentage.
I think 30% is the highest sparkle I've ever been able to tolerate.
Yeah.
And it's not pleasant. My usual sparkle tolerance is 5%.
That's a far reach from 30.
Yes, it is a far reach. 5%, you kind of catch it in the your peripheral vision. It just glimmers a little bit in the sun. And if you're inside, it won't even look like it has sparkle.
Like a sparkly vampire.
Yes. I have feelings about. There are certain fibers where I'm just like, nope, you can't have more than this in a blend.
Yeah. I think you're going to win.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got a very little bit left there.
It's fluffy.
Yeah. I keep messing up too. So.
Well, that helps.
And then Eddie Bean says, sparkle is too divisive in the fiber community to surprise people with that. Yeah. Excuse me.
You don't surprise people with sparkle. You don't surprise them with alpaca. You don't surprise them with superwash.
I mean, in general, you don't want to surprise fiber people because there's allergies. You have to go so far as to check what dye they're using.
Yeah. Mohair, you don't surprise people with mohair. Usually it's the allergenic stuff. Don't surprise people with allergies.
Yeah, but there is something to be said about the blind box community, right?
Yeah, well, I do have my Will It Blends.
Yes.
But even then, I rarely put sparkle in those, unless I'm pretty sure I know the person, and I know that they'll appreciate some sparkle.
Yeah. But I mean, you yourself have talked about doing a gachapon type of sale mechanism, right? If people are signing up for a potential surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, what are we doing here? Come on.
Yeah, but I don't put sparkle in Base12.
Fair. Or alpaca. Or mohair.
Or alpaca, or mohair.
All the things you covered.
Yeah. And there's a general disclaimer of this may contain texture.
Yeah. I do remember the first year you decided to put texture and you're like, you know what? I don't care if people don't like it. They're going to have to because this is what I like.
It was part of the artistic statement.
Yeah.
It was part of the vision. It needed to be a textured.
And then you just kept going with it.
Yeah. concepts are not just about color for me.
Well,
I have colorways that I will not dye on certain bases because those colors do not belong on that fiber.
Crankercraft says, you could do a line that's predominantly made up of allergen items. Could be a niche thing. This is the do you respond to this box?
I'm looking for a reaction.
What a name.
It's like a reaction video, but it's a
Yeah.
reaction box.
Yeah. Comes with a bottle of Benadryl. Hollis, by the way, says texture, yes. I mean, conceptually, I'm liking this sampler box that comes with over-the-counter drugs.
I don't think I can sell Benadryl. I can just imagine trying to place that wholesale order. Yes, I need 100 bottles of Benadryl. What are you going to use that for? For reasons.
At least it's not 100 bottles of Sudafed. That would be problematic.
That would be problematic.
Crankercraft says, very niche, but it would have to come with a photo of Ming Tsai. He's the narrator of the allergen awareness training videos. I mean, there's your trivia for the night, folks.
Who's the voice behind allergen training videos for people in food service?
I didn't even know there's allergen training videos. Yeah, I guess it's in food service. Yeah.
Not some of the restaurants you've eaten at.
No, very much so not at some of the restaurants I've eaten at. Hey, I told you you'd win.
Okay, so I will hydrate and then I will demonstrate new spinning service.
Oh, I missed the comment that I should have read out from Crankercraft. Said the competition isn't worth dehydration.
Let's find some fiber.
Well,
and a
first,
spindle.
just show the. Okay, so what we are making now is a new type of spinning dish.
Based on what I want in a spinning dish. Because what I want, I don't find. And this is how this whole business started, so.
Yeah. Do the one with the slippy. With the grip, yeah.
With the grippy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this.
Yeah.
There.
You're just on a delay.
Okay.
You're good.
Spinning surface. So it's a glass surface. On one side you have a wall, so you have a sharp corner to kind of put your spindle in. And on the other side is a shallow glass dish. So.
And it's glass on both sides.
It's glass on both sides. It's concave.
And the reason why it's black on the surface is it has a anti-slip
coating.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the big reveal, folks.
That's the big reveal. So I like to spin for cotton and stuff I catch the tip at a 90 degree point in my dish.
People can't see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't get taller.
But you can demonstrate just how the spindle would fit in the. Okay, now I'm just gonna hold this up a little bit higher.
Oh my God, you're gonna make this hell for my shoulders.
Yeah.
So I don't like spinning on a shallow surface with the tackle because my tip goes everywhere.
But why do we have this surface then?
But if I was spinning on a Tibetan style spindle, a cup shaped whirl, I prefer a shallow surface.
There you go.
Because how I spin is better suited for that. Whereas this keeps my tip in like one spot, which I like better for this type of spindle. So it's one spinning surface that can handle all the different ways that I spin, and glass is a pretty good spinning surface for a variety of different tips.
It should hold up to most metal. It will definitely hold up to wood without damaging anything.
Yeah, it might dull some softwoods, but almost any surface would
anything's
dull
going to dull
a soft wood.
Yeah.
So it's multi-purpose, all spindle surface. It has enough grip so that I can put it on my thigh and spin. I can put it on a table and it's not going to move.
And Laura's giving us a hard time saying, I hear it's great storage for stitch markers. Because
Nick's going to fix that.
The prototype that we sent her to evaluate, there was a little bit of a gap on the
walled side.
On the walled side that has the smaller opening. And it was big enough for somehow for a stitch marker to get underneath and get stuck there. So
yeah.
And Laura then says, I've been using a metal tip spindle shop with it on my thigh.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, because my issue with spinning bowls and stuff has always been, I constantly am trying to spin on my thigh. And I don't like any of the, like, clampy thing, like, tied things to my leg, or other ways people have to work with it. So, I got Nick to engineer something together with me.
Yeah, and there's going to be a slight different change to the final version. It's going to look a little bit different, so we get a little bit more aesthetic design into it and stuff. This is just the
prototype,
the functional prototype. But this is where we're waiting for a 3D printer so we can start mass manufacturing it.
Yep.
And Laura says, that's all me. I'm good at messing stuff up. But no, this is fantastic because it is a
why I
edge
sent
case.
out some prototypes.
It is an edge case of there was that slight gap between the wall and the glass. And
Nick was like,
I literally said to Jill,
yeah,
this isn't going to matter. It's like less than a millimeter. It'll be fine. And Laura
proved
me
you wrong.
Which is exactly what we wanted. So thank you. Yeah, it was me messing things up, not you.
So hopefully early part of next year, we'll get those out.
And we are going to be a little bit cagey on the specific materials, but I will say it is not your classic brittle 3D print materials.
It is going to be sturdy. You can throw it in a bag. You don't have to worry about it. I am not delicate with a lot of my spindles.
Yeah. And it's not one that you have to worry about getting wet or
leaving in the car.
Yeah, it's not going to warp with leaving it in the car or anything like that. So we're definitely, this is not your standard 3D print crap.
Yeah. That being said, if you do like my current spinning dishes that I sell in the shop with the matching engraving on the bottom, excuse me, I am going to be, like, I'm using up my current supply and I won't carry those anymore. We're going to transition to this one exclusively.
Yeah, and they're going to be more expensive, but
yeah,
we haven't settled on a price yet, but not so much that we price ourselves out of competing with other dishes, but
yeah,
more than what we're currently selling. I'm still going, sorry.
You are?
Yeah.
You're going to make me work for this.
Yeah.
Because I already talked about the thing. I don't know, maybe I'll sit and spin. See if I can double draft. Since
we were talking about that yesterday, yeah?
A couple days ago.
Yeah. I'm almost there.
it's hard to see my double drafting on cotton these days because my slubs are tiny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the video feed, and I don't think I can even see. Like, it looks like you're holding
can't
a
see
fiber
my
supply,
single.
and you're holding a spindle, and there's nothing in between.
Yeah, this is a problem. Like, I did a whole bunch. I did a lot of support spindling for a long time, and then I kind of took a break, and I kind of went on a journey of trying to being able to replicate, you know, how I could spin fiber on my support spindles on wheels. Bought a lot of expensive wheels, learned a lot, learned I didn't need the super expensive wheels. But then I came back to support spindle after that time, and my default support spindling is so much thinner than it was before, because I picked up new skills on the wheels that translated to my support spindling, and I can't go back, especially when it comes to spinning cotton.
By the way, Laura is being a perfect salesperson for us
Yes.
by saying, perfect to add to a fiber purchase to get free shipping. Yeah.
That just tells you it would be cheaper than my free shipping threshold.
The your comment about not being able to go back, I mean, this is why I know there is a very big distinction between art yarn and high variability slubby yarn. However, there is a good reason to enjoy your early yarn that is thicker and less consistent, because as you get better, you're going to have to work hard to replicate that. It's not art yarn, but it is special and unique for you, right?
Inconsistency. Like, as you get more practiced, you will get more consistent, and therefore being inconsistent on purpose can be more of a challenge because your muscles have learned how to be consistent. It isn't just about, your brain is not the only thing that's figuring things out here.
And Laura also notes that she likes the control cards as well for getting over to free shipping. Because, yeah, you need
one with every wheel.
Need at least one with every wheel. And depending on the type of spinning you're doing with that wheel, you might need a nano, you might need a macro. You know, the consistency card in general is a good overall. And then
I have all sorts of little goodies to help you get to that free shipping threshold.
Yeah. We're evil.
No, I have a business. And I would like to stay in business.
Okay. I did it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. I'm so proud.
My color of my what's it called?
Twist lock matches my bobbin perfectly right now.
Fiber and everything right now. So, Laura, by the way, also says, I mean, that's like 20 cards right there, one per wheel. And she says, phew, made it. So, on to the dad joke.
Yeah. I'm going to sit back and relax with this one.
So I made those mittens.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having a couple of problems. With the right one, on the one hand, I like it. On the other hand, I don't. And then the left one, there's just something about it that's not right.
Thank you for that.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you very much for joining us and sticking with our ridiculousness. We will join you tomorrow for day 5 at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. See you then.
Have a good night.
Good
Bye.
night.